Hey everyone, welcome back to the Treat Different podcast, the Aesthetic Revolution. I'm your host, Fatou, and today we're diving into something I have been itching to talk about for a long time. You've seen it on TikTok, I know, Instagram, in skincare campaigns. What is it? Glass skin. That poreless, wet-looking finish that supposedly defines the pinnacle of glowing skin. But here's the thing. Glass skin is not universal. It is not for everybody, and it's definitely not the glow standard for melanin-rich skin. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, this podcast is for informational purposes only. It is not medical advice or prescription to any of the treatments mentioned. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before starting any treatments. All right, let's dive in. So today I'm going to break down why that aesthetic look doesn't serve everyone, what the science actually says about melanin-rich skin, and how we need to shift the skincare conversation. So get comfy, get your tea or coffee. If you're working out, doing laundry, on the treadmill, or walking outside, get your headphones in. Let's get into this. So what is glass skin? Where did it come from to begin with? Glass skin is a Korean beauty standard concept that blew up globally around 2017, 2018. So it describes skin that's smooth, poreless, ultra-hydrated, and so luminous that it reflects light like glass. It relies on heavy exfoliation, layered hydrating essences, and oils. But here's the truth I want to tell you today. It is not for melanin skin. It's based on East Asian skin types. And while Korean beauty has transformed the skincare industry in some ways, in actually some great ways, we cannot copy and paste skincare ideals across racial and ethnic groups, especially not for melanin skin. Let's talk about what I used to believe, because I used to believe that glass skin look too. I'd buy every product with the wrong acids, thinking that if my face wasn't glowing like a mirror, something was wrong. But instead of glow, I got breakouts, texture, and irritation. And every day I was like, why is my skin not cooperating? Nothing works for me. But I was trying to force it into a standard that was not for me. This is why my skin was struggling. The biology. Let's get into the biology of black skin. A lot of people don't realize how different our skin actually is biologically. So I had a young woman came in. She was using 5 different exfoliants. Her skin was raw and sensitive. And she wondered why she wasn't glowing and breaking out. So when I asked her during the consultation what products she was using, almost everything was from a glass skin YouTube or TikTok recipe. No one has ever told her that melanin-rich skin has the tighter stratum corneum. You're not supposed to know what that term means unless you're an aesthetic professional. But basically it means exfoliants work faster and deeper, and that can actually backfire. Black skin has obviously higher melanin concentration. We are prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or PIH. Any irritation from over-exfoliating can leave dark marks that linger for a month. Our skin also has larger, more active sebaceous glands. These glands make oil. So we naturally produce more oil. Clinical studies everywhere consistently show that black skin tend to have a slightly lower pH compared to white skin. And when the barrier is disrupted, it can experience higher transepidermal water loss. This is the amount of water your skin naturally loses through evaporation, even when it appears oily on the surface. And this is not the same as sweat. So this term means that even oily looking melanin skin can actually be dehydrated underneath. The glass skin routines that push acids, alcohol-heavy toners, and consistent exfoliation can wreck your barrier, inflame your skin, and actually dull your natural glow. This is what they don't tell you, obviously. Let me tell you why chasing glass skin harms your melanin. One time, someone came in to me after a glass skin facial recipe she got from the internet. So she said her face looked really good for about 3 days. Then her hyperpigmentation came back worse. And that happened because over-exfoliating caused rebound melanin response. Simple. It's a protective mechanism. Melanin is very protective. So the treatment really failed her. They are using glycolic acids. Glycolic acid is just not for me when it comes to black skin. Retinol. Retinol is great, but not in combination with all these exfoliating toners and washes that you're combining it with. And they wonder why their skin inflamed or is breaking out or looking gray, because we are using the wrong routines. It's a vicious cycle. Over-exfoliating leads to inflammation. Then inflammation leads to PIH. PIH leads to expensive, lengthy, and harder treatments and can really dip your confidence. A dermatologist even spoke about this in an interview I was reading. She said, quote, "When patients with darker skin tones overuse exfoliants, we often see rebound hyperpigmentation that is harder to treat than the acne itself." I couldn't agree more. The real harm is the shame people feel when their skin doesn't look like glass, unfortunately. That's what the Treat Different movement is here to change. So what does real glow mean for us? This is what I tell my clients. Let's aim for bounce, clarity, even tone, and hydration. I had a girl came in. She used to thinking glow meant shine. I put her on a gentle routine. A few weeks later, she looked in the mirror and said, "Oh my God, I don't look shiny anymore, but I look alive." And that was the goal. That's it. That's the glow we are reclaiming. So really, glowing for us means clarity. Not unnatural shine, not oily. It means even tone, not over bleach, strip skin. It means resilient texture, not some fragile looking glass. Always go for hydrated but matte, luminous rich, and a strengthened barrier. Some treatments I recommend include microneedling, gentle enzyme exfoliants, fatty acid-rich moisturizers like shea butter or sunflower oil when used correctly. I also recommend biostimulation, all of it without compromising our melanin. And we need providers to understand glowing black skin is in its own category, really. It needs its own standards, its own touch, its own rhythm. This is what I wish every injector, esthetician, and consumer understood. Someone asked me one time, isn't it safe? Is it like, she asked me about a product. She said, isn't it safe for melanin skin to use it anyway since it's been developed for all skin types? Fitzpatrick 1-6. I said, nope. It's a very, very vague description and marketing term. We need a protocol, my friends. That's how you cause trauma on deeper Fitzpatrick tones. That mindset is what leads to burns, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or worse. Providers must be taught that treating black skin requires a completely different approach. If you are a provider listening, please ask better questions. Protect the barrier. Brighten with respect. Stop chasing trends that weren't designed for melanin-rich skin. When you treat differently, it just hits differently. You restore dignity. If you are a consumer listening, please also stop chasing trends or some internet recipe that wasn't made for you, with you in mind. To everyone listening, let today be the day you stop chasing trends that exclude you. Let's rewrite the glow standard for melanin-rich skin. That was it for today's podcast. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Fatou_aesthetics. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, remember you can watch the full episode of this podcast on YouTube. Again, it's Fatou Aesthetics. If this episode spoke to your soul, share it with a friend, a client, or a provider. Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, stay radiant, stay rooted, and always treat different. Bye-bye.